Hey bosses, it's Nina. So I wanted to tell you about a tool that I've been using for a while, straight away from it, but I feel like with my team and some of my clients, this is just exactly what we need. And I wanted to share it with you. It's called Airtable. If you head over to sociallynina.com/Airtable, it will get you here. Keep in mind that I do get some type of referrals. In this case, I don't get paid, but I do get additional features as I invite other people. So please, please, please use my link. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign in. I haven't signed up with this new account yet, so I wanted to take you guys through while I'm signing up. So I'm going to sign up for my with my school account. Let me just log in. So if you haven't checked out my school, learnedit.online, there's tons of courses for entrepreneurs and just basically everyone who wants to learn anything about technology, strategy for your business, and I'll be adding additional courses soon. So let's hop into Airtables. So one thing about Airtables is how do I explain it? It's like a bunch of Excel spreadsheets on turbo speed and connected to each other. It's the non-techie way of creating your own database, reports, forms, formulas. It's just super duper easy. So you're going to start with a workspace. So this one, I have like a personal workspace. I have a workspace for Nina Simone Consulting. I have a workspace for Learned It Online. I have a workspace for Socially Nina. So I have workspaces for each kind of category of my business. So this would be called training for YouTube, right? You can invite collaborators. I'll show you that a little bit later, but I just want to, there's a lot of different features. So I'm going to stick to some of the basics. So they start you off with a trial of a pro account. Just to let you know, they actually have free, I'm just looking to see if I can show you here. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the top and go to upgrade and let's see if they show you your different standards. So you do have a free option. You have unlimited bases. The thing is, how many records that you can use is determined on what plan you go with. So I'm going to give you an example of when you would need more kind of records. Each record is like a row. So for instance, if you have contacts, 3 contacts is 3 records, right? If you have sales, 3 sales is 3 records. And so for me, I do have some automations going on where every time I make a sale, it goes into one of my Airtables, one of my tables. And of course, there was a lot of records. And so I went over the amount of records here. So I needed to upgrade. But I'll tell you about that also. If you invite people like I'm inviting you, after you use your first link, you can actually invite people and get credit. Since I've been using this for a while, I had I think like $300 in credit or $250 or something like that. And I was able to upgrade just based on referrals, and I've never done a video on it. So this is something that's super duper easy. Anyways, going past the pricing, let's go back and let me show you what it is. A workspace is kind of like the way you organize your company or projects or etc., but it's just kind of a grouping. So I can add another workspace. Like in mine, I have personal, so I'll keep my personal tasks. I do my bills in there. I have all kinds of stuff in there, right? And so those are the workspaces. They do have some kind of samples in here that you can play with. So if you look on the side, there's workspaces on the left-hand side, and then these are actual databases. They call them bases, but they're databases, right? Bases sound less intimidating. And so I'm just going to go into something that you may like. So let's go to digital video production. When you first go to their site, there's this video of these kids that are putting on a video production. It is so cute. So watch it, okay, you guys? But it gives you a good idea of what this is. So there is a walkthrough here. I'm going to try to close all these, but I'll go through the views first. So let's go back. So each of these are tables. Okay, so in my digital video production, I have all of these different tables, right? Each of these are based on a template, but you can also create this from scratch with your own fields, your own types, your own views, and all of that. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click on this table, the video tracker. And here you'll have all of these different views. So here's the same information, but in a calendar view. Notice there's images that you can attach also. In the calendar view, there's a couple of different ways that you can go through and color it and different views. We're not going to jump into that. You can look at the shoot schedule. So it's the same information, but the calendar is based on a different field. This is another way of viewing. It's kind of like if you're used to Trello and those kind of things, you could move for the different areas. So in this case, it's a different phase of the project, researching, outreach, pre-production. You could also do started, not started, in progress, on hold. If you're used to agile project management, this is perfect for you. This is just like how you drag through the different boards. There's thumbnail gallery. So if you're looking at video or photo productions, they're in here. Be careful with this because you also in the plan only get a certain amount of space. So I usually create a URL field and I'll put the image in there. Like it looks cute to have it in here, but you don't want to run up all your space because you're trying on your free version because you're trying to just make it look cute. It's definitely very useful. But do that if you're planning to maybe upgrade because you only get, I want to say 2 gigs of data. This grid is, again, the same fields, but they're kind of grouped different ways. This looks like it's grouped by the project lead. So this is all this person's project, that person's project, etc. Okay, the last one is a form. I love these forms. Now, you cannot customize these forms like with the images and the logos and all that unless you have a certain level, but you don't necessarily need that. Basically, your form goes directly into your table, but you may not want the person filling out the form to see all the fields. So on the left-hand side, these are all the fields that aren't showing on the form, and I can simply drag them on or off if you want to add different fields. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the workspace, the table, right? And this is the table. Oops, it's not. Click on the right space, Nina. There you go. So this is the workspace. These are the tables. Let's go over quickly, go over the fields. And actually, before I do that, one of the things that you'll notice is that you can share and you can share specific information. So for instance, here, this is a view that I have, right? I can share just this view and notice it says the whole database or just the shared table view. So that means this person will only see that table view and not the fields that you've hidden or that you don't want shown. So this one is for the form. See, they're only seeing this. They're not seeing the rest of your table. So that's where your security is. I'm not going to go through too much of this. This would be jumping into a full course. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but I do want to show you, you can right click and insert field. So I'm going to insert a field to the left, test field. And there's a lot of suggestions. Link to another record. Usually you use that when you link to something else over here. So maybe these are the project, or what is this? This is the video tracker. Maybe you're linking it to a list of scenes, right? You could link it in that other table. So you would pick link. You would pick the table, and then it would link up on the field that you're actually entering. And we'll go through that because I see a couple are linked, right? And then you have single text, long text, check boxes, auto numbering, all of that, barcodes. So this is a real database, really. One thing to keep in mind is that your main list here, this is like your key. That's what the lock is. So it's your primary field, and that means that you really shouldn't change that a lot. So you want to come up with a numbering process there. Or excuse me, an ID process. I just auto number. So in other words, I can customize this field, and I would choose auto number like they did here, and it would automatically assign a number, and then you know that that's like the ID for that field. All right, let's go through all of these, and just so you can see a couple of things. So this one, it looks like this is multiple select, so you can color code these, right? Status, this looks like it's a single select, so I can only select one. Remember, when we were looking at that other view, we were able to drag and drop between those. Project lead, now here, let me just see. It says find collaborator, and that's a field type. You can have one line. So if I have instructors for the school, I can invite just that instructor to see their own line of information. Or you can just pull this information from a list. Just highlighting just a couple more. I don't want to go through everything. This is an attachment. So it's attachment field type, but they just renamed it to thumbnails. Okay. And then there's a lot of other features here. There's dates, links, URLs, all these color-coded things. What I want you to see is that when you group things and when you start adding formulas, which is a little bit much for this video, is you can actually create formulas. I'm just going to do customized field. And you'll see this is budget minus spend. So there's probably a budget field somewhere over here, and you take away the spend, and then that's the number here. And then you have different summaries. So you can do a lot of different formulas here. It's really super easy. It's like point and click. Just wanted to bring that out. And then also the fact that you can hide fields, you can filter or sort by fields. You can save the views after you find exactly how you want it to look, and then share it with one person or share it with your team instead of giving them access to everything. So the possibilities are limitless. I just want to go back to the workspace so you can see. And so, yeah, that was a digital video production. You start off with all of these kind of test databases. You can change the colors, the icons, all that. One thing I want to bring out is that I actually connect it with Slack. So if someone fills out a form, then it automatically sends a notification to Slack. My team can see that instantly without me interacting or engaging with people. So that's a feature we're actually testing right now. I'm going to go ahead and just show you one more thing on the left-hand side. Or nope, it's at the top. Templates. I usually start with a blank template, but there's good project plans in here for planning out anything from your soccer club to your task list to your shopping list. I have my shopping list in here with pictures of food that I like because I've been trying vegan food and vegetarian food, and I want to see what I buy and I like and how much it costs, right? Notice there's investor portfolio, user research, and all of these are filled in, and you can basically go in there and just update your information, or you can just create your own blank database or import from a spreadsheet, which I've done also. Alrighty then. If you guys have questions, let me know. I'm actually going to create a course or probably a few courses eventually in learnedit.online on Airtables and how to really create workflows for your business that save you time and how to automate your business with this absolutely free tool. So yes, it's absolutely free. There are some limitations, but even for the price that they charge for the upgraded accounts, totally worth it. Please make sure you use my link. Go to sociallynina.com/Airtable and let me know how you like it, what questions you have. Head over to Pink Boss Club if you want to discuss this even further. Love y'all. Ciao.